Welcome back. The bulls are making a go for it. We are above that 18,100 odd mark. We have moved to the high point of the day. Let's see whether or not we face some resistance out here. But clearly, we're going into this weekend expecting something positive, whether it's the SBI numbers or maybe some weaker than expected jobs report. Let's see whether or not that happens. But for the time being, Britannia is at the high point of the day. UPL has moved up. And I think the IT index, the Nifty IT index, well, that's seen a bit of a bounce from the low point of the day. But let's go across to Nimesh. He's joining in. Nimesh, what are you picking up? The flows have been good. The FIs have been showing us the money, though it's been tapering down a little bit. What's your sense now?
So, Nigel, today it looks like they are better sellers. So, maybe you'll see a small sell figure from the FIs. That's the overall feedback from the dealing rooms. But I guess technically 18,150 is a level to watch. That's where you're seeing a bit of resistance. We're heading towards that, and maybe that will act as a bit of a resistance, at least in the short term. So, that's the overall feedback. Has been consolidating this week. So, the Nifty has been just 1.5% up this week, but there are a lot of stocks outside of Nifty and in mid-cap and small-cap which have done really well, both on the upside and on the downside. So, the real action seems to be more outside of the Nifty and the sensex, at least for this week. As I said, slight bit of selling pressure from the larger FIs in today's trade. So maybe there is a bit of selling pressure in the IT names. So those were under pressure in the first half. A bit of profit booking as well in the banking stocks. After the big outperformance, we're seeing some bit of profit booking in the banking names as well. So that's playing out in many of the bank stocks in today's trade. Net, this week has been consolidating. Even today is a day of consolidation. But maybe because it's a weekend as well, we're seeing some bit of profit booking by the larger FIs as well. I guess the big trend would be above 18,300. That's where above all-time highs you'll see big breakouts. So that's something to watch out for in this series. But I guess this week was more of consolidation, and even today FIs are better sellers in some large cap names, and there is a bit of consolidation as well on the Nifty and on the bank Nifty.
All right, Nimesh, so we'll watch out for that 18,300. Then I think we can start getting ready for those all-time highs. But what about individual stocks? What are you picking up?
So in terms of individual names, the first stock is Vedanta. The entire metal basket is doing good today, but Vedanta stands out, and despite selling pressure from the larger FIs, that stock is up 6%, largely on back of some buzz or anticipation of some dividend policy, more clarity on dividend policy, and hence you're seeing a big up move in Vedanta today. So that's the first one. The second stock is RateGain. There was a large block, almost 3% equity has changed hands, and I believe some large institutions participated on the buy side. So the disclosure will be important in RateGain today. The third stock is CG Power. Again, post earnings, that stock has been consolidating. We've been, periodically there has been large blocks as well. Again, there is a strong indication or a buzz of a large block deal coming in, wherein a large FI could be a seller, and hence you're seeing a bit of consolidation. But maybe that could be the last clean out trade from a larger FI. So that's something on the radar of many HNI investors. And the last stock is Tata Power. Again, that stock has been consolidating in that range, but now I believe there is some bit of buying traction is back. In fact, the flows are positive at FI does today, and some large long-only fund seems to be actively looking at buying this particular stock. So Tata Power should be on radar purely from a delivery point of view.
All right, Nimesh, thank you very much for that interesting list of stocks as